Hey guys, Coda2393 here, bringing you a gameplay of Array Team Deathmatch. This is on Blops, obviously. And this is part 2 of my top 10 horror movies. Now, just a recap of what happened before. I don't know. Anyway, the 10th movie in my top 10 was Sleepy Hollow, which was made in 1999. My 9th favorite movie, or it's my 9th top movie, horror, was Freddy vs. Jason. 8th was Alien vs. Predator. And 7th was Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Obviously I can see 3 there in that little list there that are very controversial. Sorry. Because, you know, they copped a lot of criticism, but yeah. So this is part 2, obviously. This is a Array Team Deathmatch. Just a recap that I'm using M16 here as well. But let's get into the horror movies. Okay, so number 6 was 30 Days of Night. This was made in 2007, and it had a sequel called 30 Days of Night Dark Days, which came out this year. I can't really say the director and everything because, you know, I don't have that up. But this movie was about vampires, obviously. This movie is awesome. Had a lot of awesome sequences and scenes in it. And I didn't select this because it was scary. I selected this because it was full of gore. It had a good storyline. And it pretty much is what a horror movie should be. Good storyline, good gore, vampires. Awesome. Now, these vampires are brutal. Now, I should actually put an extra in here, so there should be a top 11 horror movies. But I think in between 6 and 5 should be 28 weeks / days later. Let's say 28 deeks. No, 28 days later I think would be the better one. I loved both of those movies, actually. Can't even believe I actually didn't put it into these. But anyway, in the middle is obviously 28 weeks later. No, 28 days later. That movie was awesome too. That had a really awesome kick-ass style to it. And it really is just like 30 Days of Night, but pretty much on steroids. I think both on steroids compared to vampire movies. But anyway, those 2 movies were awesome. Both vampire movies. They both came out at the same time, sort of. 28 Days Later was like 2003. 28 Weeks was about 2008, I think. So 30 Days of Night was sort of in between that time frame. But it was awesome. Both of those movies are awesome. Highly recommended if you haven't seen any of those movies. I'm going to criticize you for not watching those if you're a horror person. They are unmissable. Anyway, at number 5, I don't know if you can call this a horror movie, but I think I'm going to call it a horror movie because it is actually listed as a horror movie. And that is The Crow, which was made in 1994, which was the year I was born. But I only watched this probably 2 months ago. I finally picked it up for about $8. I can't remember the actor in it, but he did a really good job. Now, I'm not going to go into the plots because I think that's sort of ruining it, because knowing me, I will actually tell you something that will screw the whole movie up for you. But The Crow, it had an awesome sense of direction. It had an awesome plot. And I'm not going to say anything. I'm resisting to say anything. But that movie was full of action, full of like blood. Really awesome. I highly recommend it if you have not seen that movie. You have not lived. You have not seen a horror movie yet. No, you haven't seen a good movie, a good horror movie / action movie. I don't even know what you can call this movie. But that movie is awesome. I really highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. So we're gonna go to number 4 now, and I don't think you could criticize me for this one because this spawned quite a lot of sequels that were subpar to it. And I think you know what I might be talking about, and that movie is very recent, and that movie is called Saw. 7 sequels. Well, Nightmare on Elm Street had 7. I think 6 of those were good. I think one of them I didn't really like. Now, Friday the 13th also had 10 sequels. And they were a little bit subpar as well. Now, Saw, it had 7 sequels. Saw 3D obviously came out this year. They came out every year. Saw really did it for me. The first one was awesome. That movie gave me chills. It kept you guessing until the end. Until Jigsaw finally got up from that bathroom. He walked out and he said, "Game over." That gave me the biggest chills I have ever felt in the movie. It was just an amazing movie. Now, that whole series has actually been, going on since about 2004. The first one came out. Every year a new one's come out, and my favorites have been Saw 1, 2, and 6. They did get boring from 4 till 5, and obviously there was one. Saw 7 was ridiculously stupid. If you haven't seen Saw 7, don't go and watch it, please. Do me a favor. That movie's horrible, actually. It doesn't do anything for the plot. There's nothing revealed. There's nothing important about that movie that, it really does like a great deal for the movie in the end. So if you haven't seen that movie, I recommend not to watch it. It's not anything good. Saw 2 really did it for me too. I really enjoyed Saw 2. Saw 1 was obviously my favorite. Awesome twists. Didn't have over the top gore. I think Wings actually did something on this too, but it doesn't have over the top gore. It has a good amount. It keeps you guessing, and the Jigsaw killer is just really just a great actor. Like, Tobin Bell does a great job, and he stays with the series right until the end. But I'm sort of disappointed that they couldn't live up to their full potential. But anyway, guys, this brings us to the end of part 2 of these top 10 horror movies. Hope you enjoyed this. The last 3 will be coming up in the next video, so tune in for that. See you guys later.